Hello students. Today our subject is EIM, Electronic Instrument and Measurement. Now, according to our syllabus, second chapter of this subject is voltage, current and resistance measurement. Now introduction. Electrical measuring instruments are widely used because of their convenience and accuracy. These instruments are not only measure electrical quantities but also used to measure other non-electrical quantities like velocity, pressure, temperature, etc. जो इलेक्ट्रिकल मेजरिंग इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स हैं वो हम यूज़ करते हैं डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ क्वांटिटीज़ को मेज़र करने के लिए because of their good accuracy, and these instruments are used for various non-electrical quantities. Next is essential of indicating instruments. Indicating instruments are those which indicates the value of the quantity that is being measured. The pointer is attached to a moving pivoted in jeweled bearing. The moving system is subjected to three torques. First is deflecting torque, second is controlling torque, third is damping torque. Now, what is deflecting torque? The deflecting torque is produced by making use of one of the magnetic, heating, chemical, electrostatic, or electromagnetic induction effect of current or voltages and causes the moving system of the instrument to move from its zero position when the instrument is connected in an electric circuit to measure the electrical quantity. The method of producing this torque depend upon the type of instrument. The deflecting torque is required to move the moving system. Next is controlling torque. The deflecting the deflection of the moving system would be indefinite. If there were no controlling or restoring torque, the torque opposes the deflecting torque and increases with the deflection of the moving system. The pointer is brought to rest at a position where the two torques are equal. The deflecting torque ensures that current of different magnitudes shall produce deflection of the moving system in proportion to their size. Without controlling system, the pointer would swing indefinitely irrespective of the size of current. Moreover, in the absence of controlling torque, the pointer, once deflected, would not return to its zero position on removing the current. Next is damping torque. Damping torque act on the moving system of the instrument. During deflection, the controlling torque controls the deflections and tries to stop the pointer at its final position. But due to inertia, the pointer oscillates around its final position before coming to rest. These oscillations are not desired, and therefore, in order to avoid them and to bring the pointer to reset at the final deflected position, damping torque is provided. This damping torque opposes the movement of the pointer. In fact, it is like a brake on the moving system. Next is types of electrical instrument. First is moving iron instrument. Second is hot wire instrument. Third is indication type instrument. Fifth is electrostatic instrument. Now moving iron instrument. These instruments depend of their action upon the magnetic effect of current and widely used as indicating instrument. There are two types of moving iron instrument. First is moving vane or attraction type. Second is double vane or repulsion type. Now first is moving vane or we can say attraction type instrument. The basic working principle of attraction type moving instrument is shown in a diagram. In this system, when current flow through the coil, a magnetic field is produced at its center. A soft iron vane fixed on the spindle because becomes magnetized and moves from weaker field outside to stronger field inside the coil. The force of attraction proportional to the strength of the field inside the coil, which again is proportional to the strength of the conductor. Moreover, with the reversal of current in the coil, the field inside the coil and the magnetization of the soft iron vane are both reserved, causing the force of attraction to be in the same direction. The instrument consists of flat coil and a flat disc type moving iron is mounted with which pointer is attached. When the current to be measured is passed through the coil or solenoid C, a magnetic field is produced which attracts the mounted disc or vane inward, thereby deflecting the pointer which moves over a calibrated scale. In this case, deflection torque in the attraction type moving iron instrument, the deflecting torque is due to the force of attraction between the field of the coil and the moving iron disc, and controlling torque is achieved by gravity control. The damping of the moving system is obtained by air damping, in which a light aluminum piston moves freely inside the curved cylinder closed at one end. The resistance offered by air in escaping from the restricted space around the piston effectively damp out any oscillations. Next is double vane or revulsion type instrument. When current flows through the coil, a magnetic field is produced. A soft iron vane gets magnetized and force of repulsion act which is proportional to the strength of current. The vane type repulsion moving iron instrument is shown in this diagram. In this instrument, we have two vanes inside the coil. One is fixed and other is movable. The moving carries a pointer which moves over the calibrated scale. Now working principle of double vane repulsion type. When the current to be measured is passed through the fixed coil, it sets up its own magnetic field which magnetize the two rods or vane with the same polarity so they repel one another with the result that the pointer is deflected against the controlling torque of spring of gravity. The force of repulsion is approximately proportional to the square of the current passing through the coil. The deflecting torque is due to force of repulsion between two similar magnetized iron rods or vanes. In this case, controlling torque a spring is used for controlling torque in repulsive moving iron instrument. Damping torque is produced by air friction in repulsion type instrument. Now advantages of moving iron instrument. First is they are cheap and simple in construction. Second, they can be used in both AC and DC circuit. Third is they are robust in nature. Fourth, they are accurate, can withstand overload. Now disadvantages of moving iron instrument. They have non-uniform scale. Second, they cannot be calibrated with a high degree of precision for DC due to the effect of hysteresis iron vanes. Third, the instrument have to put in vertical position. Now next is permanent magnet moving coil instrument. First of all, construction of permanent magnet moving coil instrument. In this case, the powerful U-shaped permanent magnet is made up of alnico and has soft iron pole pieces which are bored out cylindrical. Between the magnetic pole is fixed a soft iron cylinder whose function is to make the field radial and uniform and to decrease the reluctance of the air path between the poles. Core is a rectangular coil of many turns which is supported by delicate bearing. The pointer is also attached to the core. The aluminum frame supports the coil and between the poles and cores. Now working principle of permanent magnet moving coil. The operation of moving coil permanent magnet type instrument is based upon the principle that when a current carrying conductor is placed in a magnetic field, it is acted upon by a force which tend to move the coil. When permanent magnet moving coil instrument is used for measuring the current flow through the coil, which is placed in the effect of permanent magnet. So a force act on the conductor of a coil which made the pointer to move on the calibrated scale. The controlling torque is provided by two springs which also lead the current in and out of the coil. The two springs are wound in opposite direction for neutralizing the effect of change in temperature. The damping torque is produced by movement of aluminum former moving in the magnetic field of the permanent magnet. Deflecting torque. When the current is passed through the coil, force is set up on its both sides which produce a deflecting torque. Next is advantages of permanent moving coil instrument. They have low power consumption. Second, they possesses high torque ratio. Third, their scale are uniform and can be designed to extend over an arc of 270 degrees Celsius. Fourth, their measuring range can be extended by the shunt and multipliers. Fifth, they have no hysteresis loss. Sixth, they have every effective and efficient eddy current damping. Next is disadvantages of PMMC means permanent moving coil instrument. More costly than moving iron type instrument. Second, some errors are set due to egging of control spring and permanent magnets. Third, egging of control and spring magnet may be responsible for wrong reading. Next is multimeter. An electronic multimeter is a most versatile general purpose instrument which can measure DC and AC voltage as well as current and resistance. This instrument is also known as volt ohm milliamperes meter. It generally consists of the following elements. There is a block diagram of multimeter. First, balanced bridge DC amplifier and integrating meter. Second, range switch which limit the magnitude of the input voltage to desired value. Next, rectifier block used to convert an AC voltage to a proportional DC voltage. Next, constant current source and additional circuitry used for resistance measurement. Next is a current to voltage convert used for measurement of current. Next, functional switch to select various mode of operations. Next is a built-in power supply for AC power line operations. Next is voltage measurement. The diagram shows DC voltmeter section. The range can be set with the help of range selector switch, an external voltage jack marked DC 5000 volt V is used for DC voltage measurement up to 5000 volt. The values of multiplier resistance are given in this diagram. This circuit is so arranged that meter deflects full scale with 3 volt applied to it and with the range switch in 12 volt. An input of 12 volt is required to cause full scale deflection. Now procedure for voltage measurement. Check the pointer 0 position when the instrument is off. Set the function switch to DC or AC as required. Next, set the range switch and adjust DC. Select the voltage range greater than the voltage to be measured. Then connect the input voltage to terminals and read the reading as close as possible. Next is current measurement. The diagram shows ammeter section of multimeter. The procedure of current measurement is similar to the measurement of voltage. In this procedure, check the pointer 0 position before connecting the input current. Then set the function switch to AC or DC as required. Then set the range switch and adjust the DC. Then select the current range greater than the current to be measured. Then connect the input current and read the reading on scale as close as possible. Next is resistance measurement. The diagram shows ohmmeter section of multimeter. When the function switch of multimeter is placed in ohms position, the unknown resistors is connected in series with an internal battery. The meter simply measures the voltage drop across the unknown resistors. Since the voltage drop is directly proportional to its resistance, the meter scale gives the reading in terms of resistance. Now procedure for resistance measurement. With the instrument with switch off, check the pointer 0 and adjust it necessary. Then set the function switch to ohms and adjust DC. Then select the resistance range as per requirement. After this, connect the resistance to the terminal and take the reading as close as possible. Now next is sensitivity of multimeter. An important quantity of meter is its sensitivity. The higher its sensitivity, the more accurate will be the measurement made with the it meter sensitivity is measured in ohms. The current sensitivity is defined as the deflection per unit current. If meter has current sensitivity of 100, then it means it requires a current of 100 ampere. Next is limitation with regard to frequency and input impedance. The input impedance of the meter should be least in comparison with the impedance of the circuit to avoid the loading effect. Now, if a meter having input resistance of 10 mega ohm is used to measure the voltage across 100 k ohm resistor, the loading effect is negligible. The same meter would cause an error if placed across a circuit of resistance 10 mega ohm. The loading effect of meter get noticeable at higher frequency while measurement of AC voltage or current. When the input capacitor reduces the input impedance. Next is multimeter operating instructions. First point to be noted that to prevent meter overloading and possible damage when checking voltage or current, start with the highest range of the instrument and move down the range successively. Second point is for higher accuracy, the range selected should be such that the deflection falls in the upper half on the meter scale. Now, third point is for maximum accuracy and minimum loading, choose a voltmeter range such that the total voltmeter resistance is at least 100 times the resistance of the resistance of the circuit under test. Next is make all resistance reading in the uncrowned portion on the meter scale whenever possible. Next, take extra precautions when checking high voltage and checking current in high voltage circuit. Next is verify the circuit polarity before making a test, particularly when measuring DC current or voltages. Next is when checking resistance in circuit, be sure power to this circuit is switched off. Otherwise, the voltage across the resistance may damage the meter. Next is renew ohmmeter batteries frequently to ensure accuracy of resistance scale. Next is recalibrate the instruments at frequent interval. Protect Next is protect the instrument from dust, moisture, fumes and heat. Now your second chapter of this subject is complete. In next lecture we start third chapter of this subject. Thank you very much.